What's up guys, welcome to my God of High School episode 4 review. If you're new here and enjoy God of High School content or God of High School in general, consider subscribing to the channel and joining the Discord to talk more about its greatness. Now onto the review. So as a whole, I was pretty much disappointed with this episode. Based on how the pace has been going the last 3 episodes prior to this, I really expected them to skip the wedding portion in the anime. I didn't think they really would show like a whole episode, most of it. If you didn't know, the episode's about 85% wedding and then 15% like one of the hype moments or one of the most hype moments in the manhwa for me, in my opinion, especially the early parts of the series. And they only really rushed that and had shown it in like real of a highlight reel, which was a big disappointment for me. The wedding, just saying, does have some big badass moments. It does lead into later parts, but I think they could have switched around 15% on the wedding and then the rest on, that big impactful moment we saw at the end of the episode. With comparing it to the manhwa, it adapted up to around chapter 30, chapter 31, around that range, where pretty much the battle of Handali and Mira came to a conclusion with Handali winning and Jin Mori going to face Handali. I'm not sure if next episode they'll do the match before that, because Jin Mori in the manhwa has another match after this or before his Handali match. I'm not sure if they're going to do that match or if it's going to go straight into the Mori versus Handali match, but we'll see. But that episode, or if that does happen next episode, it'll probably be the best episode we've had thus far, because that fight is top tier. Even to this day, 400 plus chapters in, it's still one of the best fights in the series. But I'm very disappointed in how they handled the Mira versus Handali fight. The impact was shown, but it wasn't like as drawn out, and the build-up wasn't there of Handali, as we know, fighting for his friend to keep him alive, and he's pretty much on the brink of death. So he goes serious, goes all means, and we had these badass chapters in the manhwa of Handali preparing himself to do whatever means necessary to take out a friend, and then actually finally doing that, going all out on Yumira, hitting her weak spot where she got stabbed in the wedding to just do anything to get the win. And we'll see more of that in his battle against Jin Mori. So that's just very interesting and a good thing to know. And as a whole, the wedding aspect was handled very well, even if I maybe could have preferred that they didn't even really put that part in the series, honestly. Because they've skipped a lot of stuff. That's nothing to question. They've skipped a lot of stuff and they've moved a lot of stuff around from the manhwa. And if they skipped the wedding as a whole, I thought they would do that personally. It wouldn't really have mattered that much. They could have shown like a 5-minute clip of the wedding going on and then Mira getting stabbed to understand where the blood's coming from in her fight against Handali. Or they could have changed that completely. Could have changed that much stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. But they spent pretty much most of the episode on the wedding, and and just the highlight reel of the one of the most impactful, emotionally filled fight in the whole series is kind of let down quite a bit. What can we do about that? Very unlucky that is. And I don't know if I'll mention this in my last episode, but all the main characters having red noses and red ears, or like a red tint on it. Like, what is that about? I don't really know what the idea of that design. When I was trying to make my thumbnail for this video, I was like looking through like screenshots I got from the episode, and like I saw that every good stranger had this red nose. And when I chose the one that I used, that you see at the start of the video or whatever, all of them, they use red tint nose, red tint ears, and everything. It kind of bothering me at this point. I don't know why I decided to go off that. And with 4 episodes in, 30 chapters covered, I think it's confirmed to be 13 episodes. I highly assume it's going to get up to around chapter 100, and this going to be insane what happens back there. But yep, that's pretty much everything for today's quick review. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord and everything about that. Now quickly, I'll just go over some cut content from the manhwa, or what adapted from the manhwa for this episode. So the wedding was adapted quite well. That we got a lot more information on Mira's reason the moon star. We got like pretty obvious explanation, but we got more backstory of that, a lot more backstory, and the significance of the style and everything that is done. That's where we got that. And we got a lot more of Handali backstory. We've got some backstory with his friend who's dying or is on the brink of death now, but we haven't really got everything. We haven't got their time together when they were in high school, or they're in high school now, but when they were close friends before his friend got sick and all that. We haven't got the build up of Handali being against him and becoming friends and all that. We skipped past all that. We may get that in his fight against Jin Mori. Will have to wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much all for the cut content. Just a lot of backstory they really skipped, and shown of the secret mysterious Nox, as we know as in the manhwa, has been appearing again in this episode. Yep. So that's it guys for today's review. Peace.